What's up, everybody? Oh, let me make sure. Is the camera on me? Okay. Trying to look as. Okay, I think we're good. What's up, everybody? I want to welcome you to what I want to call the Black Curtain. So original, right? I know. But anyway, wanted to share some thoughts and some ideas, some concepts with you that might give you some inspiration and maybe give you a thought for the day or something like that. The thought that I wanted to share with you for today is the concept of the can do mindset. The concept of the can do mindset. It's interesting that from little children until maybe toddler age till teenage years, we're taught the concept and principles of limitations and boundaries. Limitations and boundaries. And we see that, especially in children, the limitation and boundary concepts are introduced through the word no. Saying no. No. You know how you see a little kid and they're running and they may be running into danger. They may be running towards the stairs and you get up and you just say, oh, no, no, no. Or you see a little kid with a fork in their hand and they're by the electrical circuit in the wall or socket in the wall and they're about to put that fork in there. You're like, no, no, no. You know, we're teaching a limitation and a boundary that there's danger, there's uncertainty, and you want to be careful. We're teaching the child to be careful, all those type of things. And we're taught that at a young age. We're taught limitations. We're taught boundaries, and those are good things. And it's not something that's introduced to us maliciously. It's not something that's introduced to us for harm or to keep us away from something that's positive, but it's to keep us safe. It's to keep us comfortable. It's to keep us from hurting ourselves. Oddly, the people around you, especially the ones that care for you, they're going to remind you of the principle of limitation and boundary. Your mom, your dad, your auntie, your uncle, your wife, your children, they're going to remind you of the limitation and boundary. They're going to say no. They're going to be the first ones to say, I don't think you should do this, or you can't do this, or no to this. And it's not out of not believing in your dream or not believing in the vision or your talent or your capability, but it stems from a place of protection, safety, and comfort. They're trying to keep you in a place where they know that you will be okay. And that's love. That's an extent that is love. But ironically and unfortunately, we take those thoughts, we take those concepts, and we're programmed with them, and we take them into our adulthood, and we develop this inner voice that always tells us no, always tells us that there's a limitation and a boundary. And so we develop that, and our whole perspective, our outlook on our abilities to accomplish, to do, sometimes even be creative, is all surrounding a philosophy of boundaries and limitations. We say to ourselves, maybe inwardly, that, oh, I can't do this, or I will never make that amount of money, or I can't run that business, or I can't start this type of thing, all because we have this concept of limitation and boundaries out of a good place, of course, but it keeps us second guessing our abilities and second guessing our accomplishments, our creativity, what we have, even to the extent, I would say, our purpose. It keeps us boxed in. But why are we so afraid to move past those limitations, those boundaries, that space, that era? Why are we so afraid to step beyond what we're comfortable with, to experience something new? One thing about it is, one thought I had is, if we never try, how will we know that we cannot do something? We often tell ourselves we can't do something before we've even made the effort to try. And so why do we do that? Why do we do that? Are we afraid? Are you afraid that if you make that step, that you would fall? Are you afraid that if you make that decision, if you make that if you make that attempt, you would fail? But why are you afraid of the failure? Why would you be afraid to fall? Why would you be afraid to failure? Because even if you think about it, going back to the example of a little child has to take that first step, and not many children take the first step and start walking. Usually what happens is the child takes one step and they fall flat on their face, or they fall flat on their bottom, and they keep trying, and they keep taking steps, and they keep moving, and eventually those steps start turning into 2 and 3 steps at a time, and then 3 and 4 steps at a time, and then eventually they're not falling at all, but they're continuing to move. So my thought to leave with you is the can-do mindset. You have to start reprogramming your mind to say, I can do anything that's in my mind, that I can believe, that I can see, I can do it. I have to reprogram myself from the boundaries and limitations of my abilities. There's nothing within my ability that I cannot do. And so when we develop the can-do mindset, we're able to make those steps, and we're able to make those attempts, and able to make those efforts to do and to become something greater than what we see right now. And so I just want to leave that with you, that you can do it with a can-do mindset. Take that first step. Take the first step. Take that first leap. Take that first jump even into purpose. Take that first move into your business. Take that first move, that first step into your financial program, the financial wellness program that you may want to start. Don't give up on the idea or the concept that was given directly to you, specifically for you and for your thinking. But understand, in order for you to get to that next place that you believe that you are, in order to get to the next place of greatness, the next place of purpose, the next place of healing, the next place of growth and development, you have to press past the ideology of limitation and boundaries. There are no limitations, there are no boundaries. I can do anything that I put my mind to, and that's what I'm going to do. I can do it.